Ever wondered who pulls the strings behind the political scene? Who funds the electoral campaigns? Enter the world of electoral bonds, a unique instrument designed to protect the identities of those who financially back political parties. At the heart of this system is the State Bank of India, the sole issuer of these bonds, ensuring that the identities of the donors remain shrouded in mystery. However, as it turns out, the curtains of secrecy might be hiding some disturbing truths. The Supreme Court's intervention brought some unsettling truths to light. As it turns out, the State Bank of India, the sole issuer of electoral bonds, was compelled to unveil a curtain of secrecy by a Supreme Court order. This disclosure unveiled data related to the issuance of electoral bonds, and what it revealed was nothing short of a political thriller. The data hinted at a disturbing pattern of collusion between certain donors and political parties. These under-the-table arrangements whispered of quid pro quo deals, of influence peddling, and worst of all, of an erosion of the integrity of the electoral process. But it didn't stop there. The patterns even suggested the potential of money laundering schemes, where dirty money may have been whitewashed through the seemingly innocuous electoral bonds. The electoral bond system, designed to bring transparency to political funding, was instead being exploited for nefarious purposes. These revelations highlighted significant gaps in our anti-money laundering measures and regulatory oversight. Adding another twist to this sordid tale, various government agencies stand implicated. The Enforcement Directorate, the Income Tax Department, and the Central Bureau of Investigation, institutions of power entrusted with combating financial crimes and upholding the rule of law, find themselves in the eye of the storm. These agencies stand accused of being complicit, either through action or inaction, in perpetuating this cycle of corruption and money laundering. The very institutions entrusted with upholding the rule of law stand accused of facilitating this grand charade. The revelation of these activities has led to a public outcry, and rightfully so. Our democracy, the bedrock of our society, has been shaken to its core. When the very institutions charged with upholding the rule of law are implicated in corruption and potential money laundering, it is not just a matter of legality, it is a question of morality, integrity, and ultimately, public trust. The citizens, you and I, are demanding accountability. We want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes, who was involved, and most importantly, how it was allowed to happen in the first place. We are calling for transparency in our electoral process, a system that should be beyond reproach, but has instead been used as a tool for illicit activities. But our demand does not stop at mere accountability. We also demand reform. It's clear that the electoral bond system, as it currently stands, is flawed, susceptible to misuse and manipulation. We need a system that is not only transparent, but is also robust enough to withstand attempts at exploitation. We're demanding investigations, thorough and impartial, into the allegations. We want to know the truth, however uncomfortable it may be. It's a daunting task, no doubt, but it's a necessary one, because only through these investigations can we hope to address the systemic flaws that allowed such misuse to occur in the first place. And so we find ourselves at a crossroads. We can either choose to ignore these revelations, brush them under the carpet, and let business go on as usual, or we can choose to stand up, speak out, and demand change. It's up to us, the citizens, to demand transparency and accountability in our electoral process. We must call for reforms and investigations to safeguard our democracy, because in the end, our votes are what shape the future of our nation.